Today is July 21st, 2021. This is the Kubernetes CSI implementation meeting. Let's start with our release topics, starting with 122. Let's see where we are. Is Chris around for access modes update?
Oh, hi, yes. Right, so access mode stuff, still waiting on Docker review. I got some feedback, I need to address it. And I opened a work in progress, or like a draft PR for the future blog, but that still needs some work.
And then on the sidecar side, are you still waiting for a review from Jan?
Yes, I am.
Okay, maybe if you can ping him to take a look.
Okay.
That'll be great. All right. Other than that, those are the two main things that you're waiting on right now?
Yeah, well, I was wondering if, so once the CSI libutils thing gets merged, if we want to merge like PRs for all the sidecars that depend on like a specific revision of CSI libutils, that will end up depending on the beta Kubernetes API. I guess.
Let's double check. Let me just quickly double check the release schedule. Wednesday, August 4th is when 1.22 is released. What is that? That's in 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it would be good to preliminarily update CSI libutils so that we can at least get like the testing and stuff all ready to go.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, cool. Next up, we have volume populators.
I have a docs PR out for review. No feedback on that yet. And the log entry, someone put in like a skeleton for me, and I still have to actually write the blog, but that's what I'm working on.
Okay, cool.
Can you assign that doc to me? I can take a look.
The docs PR?
Yeah.
I'll be happy to do that. Thanks, Sheng.
All right. Next up, we have Windows GA.
Hello.
Hey.
What we have to do is create the docs for there is a release for a feature blog post that I have to work on. We had a meeting on Monday about the points that we're going to talk about in this blog post. That's all it.
Okay. And do you know if any progress has been made on getting the release artifacts?
No, I think that Jing had to meet with the was it SIG instrumentation? I don't remember the name of the SIG, to copy the staging artifacts to production.
I see. Okay, sounds good. We can ask Jing for an update offline. All right, and then I think there was this one bug fix that's outstanding, and I think it didn't make code freeze, and I think we'll defer this to the next release, so I'll just move it there. I think that's basically all that we were tracking for 122. Is that correct? All right. Moving on to, oh, yeah.
I have a question about pull requests that are related with E2E tests. They are not tracked in this in this view, right?
We can. If they're like, is it like part of one of these features?
Not really, but it's something that might block 122. We actually someone from a different SIG was in our meeting, I think last Thursday, and he
Oh,
told
you're
us
saying
about,
the release blocking tests?
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think those are definitely good to track. I think for the most part, this meeting is more concentrated on things related to specific CSI features that we're implementing. So if the test failure is like specifically for a CSI feature, then I think we can talk about it here. If it's just like a generic Kubernetes test failure, I think the SIG storage meeting is the better place to talk about it.
Okay, right, thanks.
Cool, thank you. All right, moving on to miscellaneous topics. I think there is this interesting KEP that SIG is reviewing, which is to delegate volume mounting to the container runtime. I think the context here is to be able to better support sandboxed container runtimes like that are hypervisor based, like Kata containers as an example. And so there's a proposal here with potential changes to the CSI spec to have a CSI driver basically not do the final mount and instead pass like information to the container runtime in order to execute on the mount process. So if you're interested, please take a look at this. I think one of the major challenges is going to be what kind of information would a CSI driver need to give to a container runtime in order to do mounts, and would all of that information be capturable?
It's a complete sort of orthogonal way of looking at what CSI does. I mean, I believe it could be added as like an optional capability, but the vast minority of drivers will probably be able to implement it just because it's a totally different way of thinking about what CSI is, right?
Yeah.
It's moving half of CSI into something else and hoping that the driver can just hand enough information to that something else for the right thing to happen, which most drivers will not be able to do. But
so I think, I think definitely like it'd be good if especially you are owning a CSI driver to take a look at this and to kind of like think about, if I wanted to implement this, like could I? And like what kind of information would I potentially need to delegate over?
Yeah. And what kind of branding problem will it create for CSI in general? You'll have two classes of CSI drivers, like the ones that can do this and the ones that can't do this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I see that SIG still has a lot of concerns about adding all of those logic into kubelet. They're saying on Kata side, they have something they're doing auto tree, but looks like that does not achieve everything they want to achieve. So I think they want to know more, what cannot be achieved using that approach versus this approach.
Yeah. I think that makes a lot of sense. Okay, but anyway, that I just wanted to bring attention to folks here to help take a first look at it, and probably as like this idea develops a little more, we can open it up to the rest of the SIG to
But
also take a
they're
look.
starting it off as a KEP, not as like a CSI proposal, right? Because like
Correct.
I don't see any PRs on the CSI spec to like do anything.
Yeah,
with it.
yeah,
I don't think that's
yeah.
that ready yet, right? I think it's still need to
Yeah, I
get
don't think
high
it's
level first. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's proposes to use the existing CSI interfaces, but adding some optional parameters.
Hmm. Yeah,
would-
and I think the question is that are those parameters enough? Is it able to capture everything that the CSI driver might need to do during a node publish? And in terms of the actual API, like if we do want to proceed with something like this, I would probably even want to say it should be a whole new call entirely, because the whole semantics of it are very different.
Yeah, but my instinct is like, not having read the KEP, I need to go read it. But like you can obviously reuse the controller half of CSI, but like I think what you have to chuck the entire node half and write something totally different.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you can reuse
I think
any of the node logic in a scheme like this. So
all of those are required, right? I think the node side, like the node publish, I believe those are, or no, those are not. Which one's the, I think it's among the, yeah, the node publish, that is required.
but you could have a new
So,
capability that says, you know, in addition to regular node publish, which does what it does today, like we're gonna have this entirely other flavor of like, you know, a different kind of publish that doesn't do a mount, but instead returns information that will be passed to something, and then what will matter is what is in that information. Is it something that most drivers will be able to supply or not?
Yeah.
Like if it's just a bunch of
Exactly.
iSCSI
but I'm
details, so
saying that
like something.
you cannot opt out of the required RPC. I guess that's what I was trying to say.
No. So I think definitely like something like this needs to be optional, right?
Right. But I'm saying like every driver has to implement the node publish, I believe, right? I think that's
Yeah. So it's just
So
that if you had this capability, the CO would not use node publish anymore. It would use something else. That's the way it would work. Is node publish would continue to be required. It'd be a new optional capability, and if you use the optional capability, you stop using node publish from the CO, and you use something different. That would be a way to do what they want to do, I think. But it's a pretty serious twist of the mission of CSI in a different direction. Good luck to them, I guess.
Yep. All right. Anyway, just wanted to put the link out to folks. Please help take a look. I think definitely this is nowhere near like a final design, and there will be a lot of feedback we'll have to do because it has pretty big impact to CSI. All right. Any other topics? All right, then let's get some time back in the day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.